You know what that was the result of. It was a builder's remedy lawsuit. Okay, that's why Adelphia Greens was built. We all
have
know
those?
this.
Not only that,
I don't think we had those in town.
but
Yeah, believe me, that's why
when
Adelphia
they
Greens got built.
Mayor, when
That's
they
why
got
it all
approved-
got done was builder's remedy lawsuits because of COA.
Right.
And people, a lot of people would like to see that done again.
Mayor and Councilman Walsh, when that was done and it was passed, and Adelphia Greens came to the council that time with a different mayor, I'm not going to mention his name, and they were told, you're not welcomed in this town. You've gone through a lot of whatever to cause us a lot of heartache. But I will tell you one more thing. In the middle of Wyckoff Mills Road, where this outflow pipe goes, where the Longbrook goes, right there smack in the middle, Hovnanian or whoever he hired built what they call a dog house sewer. Me, Stanley, and Kimberly stood in the middle of Wyckoff Mills Road for I can't tell you how many months, and stood there and watched them build a concrete dog house sewer that altered the flow of the Longbrook. That's our drinking water. That's another one we got wool pulled over our eyes on. I've been yelling about, yeah, Councilman Walsh, you and I, we've had this for years we've had this conversation. I wish the Monmouth County Board of Health or somebody from there would go in there and test that water. I keep saying it's dark, disgusting, murky, who knows what it is, green, black, and find out what's in it. Because that's our drinking water, and it's coming out from the outflow pipes that are under the tennis courts in Adelphia Greens.
Jerry,
take her home.
come on, Jerry, help us out here, bud.
Okay, well, it just seems every time we have this conversation, there's another new chapter to it. So
I'm just telling you what we witnessed for months and months and months when that was being built.
I understand. So Mr. Mayfield, can we just get this put to some finality here? Because I have a sense that this is going to come up every couple of weeks. Can we get some kind of an analysis from Mr. Herman to identify the scope of the project as Mrs. Dixel is asking for it, including the current funding that may or may not be available through the block grant, as well as the condition of the bridge and the issues that Mrs. Dixel is now bringing up now to make sure that everybody that needs to know about these conditions is aware of these?
Please have the water tested. I've been asking for that for a long time.
That's exactly what I just asked for. So let's make sure that we're all on the same page and understand this so that we can give regular updates to the residents, and in particular Mrs. Dixel, so she doesn't have to ask every time she comes up.
I always look at that thing. I go over to there in that bridge, and I stand there, and I look at that thing of whatever is coming out of that outflow pipe, this round outflow pipe that's directly leaching into the Longbrook. It's green, it's murky, it's black. I don't know what it is, but somebody or Wyckoff or somebody needs to get a hold of some of that water and test it. See if it's toxic, it's not healthy, or whatever. Because Adelphia Greens does have water problems.
Before we put the fear of God in everybody that there's something perilously wrong with their drinking water, let's just make sure that we get the information and we have it reviewed, and we will make sure that you're copied in on every step of the process, okay?
Thank you. And just like I say, why did they put pipes under there to outflow into the Longbrook? Right there, right smack in the Longbrook.
We will definitely get you answers to your questions, okay?
For everybody, and it's important. It's really important.
It is important.
I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
You're not giving us a hard time.
I'm just giving you information that was there years ago when they built it, and you guys weren't.
I'm fine with that, and we will do the same. We will review it and make sure we figure out what we need to do, okay?
Thank you very much,
You are certainly welcome.